Hi Pradeep. So we've got these essays from you. I'm very happy to see them. Let's get straight into your correction. Okay, the first one is about international marketing. Let's see what you did. Many people are debating about the branding of the global products and companies which have problems of their own as an intervention. However, others believe that it is vital to reform financial situation which adds benefits of distributing ideas, language, and culture. Okay, it was a long sentence. It was a paragraph that was made up of just one sentence. So why don't we take a look at what's good about it and what's bad about it. All right? Starting from the beginning. Many people are debating about, are we really talking about the branding of global products? And yeah, I guess we are. The branding of global products without the the. And I wouldn't have said in countries which have problems of their own. I would have said, many people are debating about the branding of global products as an intervention is the wrong word here. I think you're trying to find an alternate word for intrusion and invasion, but intervention is not the word you're looking for, okay? However, others believe that it is vital to reform the financial situation, which also adds benefits of distributing this, and this. Okay, that's fine. It's still a little long. And then, check this out. They've asked you to give your opinion. So right here would be a very good place to do that. Okay? It's important that the examiner knows what your position is throughout the essay. So do make sure that you answer whatever the question here is in your introduction. Publicizing, not the products. It's as if you're talking about specific products. You're talking about generally products. You're talking about, no, let me say that again. You're talking about products in general. So publicizing products is very important to sustain, to sustain them, I don't know. Publicizing products is very important to remain in the industry, and some companies are taking massive steps to advertise their items in new places. However, some believe that few nations, not few, that means almost none, that several nations or many nations have other important issues to solve first. Therefore, marketing of modern gadgets in such countries will add further distractions. All right, why are we talking just about gadgets? Nobody mentioned just gadgets. Could be any sort of foreign good. For instance, some places in Africa are lacking basic human necessities such as food and shelter. So the marketing of mobile phones is not an intelligent strategy. Therefore, worldwide advertising is receiving some criticism. All right, but does that necessarily mean that it's invasive and intrusive? Have you discussed this using this example and this idea here? So I'm not really convinced that you've been 100% on topic here. It feels like it's kind of, I mean, you're making a critique of global advertising and of global marketing, but not necessarily discussing this view, invasive and intrusive. I'm not really sure it's, not 100% sure that you've really dealt with it. You think invasive and intrusive. Yeah, I mean, it's almost as like you're calling it frivolous. You know, like how can we deal with technological devices when we don't have food? But you're not really discussing it being invasive and intrusive. That's why I don't really think you're 100% on topic here. All right, moving on. In contrast, it is also considered as an opportunity to compete with developed nations, since an introduction of modern gadgets will keep people from poor countries updated about today's society. Again, nobody talked just about gadgets, so I think you're getting a little too specific. Furthermore, it will open a door to share ideas, understand language, and explore cultures. For example, launching a mobile phone and internet will improve communication not only locally but globally. Similarly, similarly it will create more job opportunities. Fine. Hence, by marketing, it will encourage the involvement from backward society. I don't know what you mean by this, backward society. I don't think You've really dealt with this. Launching because again, okay, you've decided to talk about mobile phones. The essay never said let's talk about gadgets and mobile phones. So, I mean, if I don't know, like a shoe brand is trying to market itself overseas, how would that help spread ideas in language and culture? Okay, so you've decided to talk about gadgets, but I don't necessarily think that that's really developing this in the direction it needs to go in. Okay, moving on to sum up global marketing in, please, yeah, don't call them backwards countries. It's a little offensive. You could just call them less developed. You can call them, yeah, probably less developed, or developing economies. That's a good word to use. Has become a point of argument. Some differ by saying you don't need comma here. It creates a situation of hostility, while others argue by saying it provides more opportunity. I believe, no comma here, international branding is the right approach for each country to prosper, and it provides an appropriate platform to explore. Okay, so there's some grammatical errors throughout. I didn't know where you stood on this issue until that very last sentence, so please make sure that where you stand on this is clear from the beginning to the end, okay? I had some issues also with the way you developed the topic. I felt like you kind of got off topic in a couple of little areas, so I really want you to be aware of what you're being asked, really kind of focus on the question a little more, and focus on answering that specific question and not just something kind of vaguely dealing with the issue. All right. So that's that about your task 2. Let's go now to your task 1. All right, and here it is. It's the English and Homestay, so let's see what you had to say about that. Dear David, I'm thankful for accepting my brief stay for English and Homestay event. My name is Pradeep Paudel, and I am currently pursuing modern language degree from the Ohio State University. This course will further help me to understand English language and culture. All right, so first of all, it's interesting. You're writing a letter to the host family, and you're introducing yourself. So what does this mean? This means you don't know these people. And since you don't know these people, my understanding, my feeling about this is that the people at IELTS really expect this to be a formal letter. Okay, we speak informally with people we know personally, that we have, you know, some sort of a relationship with. But you don't know these people. So I would really advise you to interpret that as being like, okay, this is supposed to be formal. That's the first thing, which means that we have to change a number of things here. So it shouldn't be Dear David, it should be Dear Mr. Jones. And then I would like to thank you for accepting me for the English and Homestay program. My name is Pradeep Paudel, and I am fully written out pursuing a modern language degree from Ohio State University without the the. This course will further help me to understand English language and culture. Okay, fine. You don't need a comma here. As I am going to spend about a week's time, apostrophe S, in your accommodation, I would like to know more about Britain's history, not the, Britain's historic places and culture, since, no comma here, it will greatly enhance my understanding of English traditions. Could anyone in your family, you don't need this, you already said could, so could anyone in your family prepare a tour schedule and guide me around the sites during my stay? I'll greatly appreciate. Okay, there's a problem here. So, if anyone in your family would be able to prepare a tour schedule and guide me around the sites during my stay, I would greatly appreciate it. I will be arriving in London on the 25th of July 2018 at 11 a.m. I am planning to take a taxi to your home, so you should not be concerned about receiving me at the airport. I am very excited, no exclamation here, to meet every member of the Ingham family. Please convey my regards to everyone and see you soon. Yours lovingly is a bit much. You don't know these people again, okay? So I would actually even say something like yours sincerely would probably be a better choice here. Okay, so Pradeep, essentially I feel like there's been a little misunderstanding about this. You could have gone neutral here perhaps, but I really am going to kind of stick to my initial opinion, which is that this is probably a formal letter. It's a little too informal as far as I'm concerned. Not a little, it's quite a bit too informal. Okay, so, but the rest of it was fine. So that brings us to the end of this video correction. I hope that you will sign up for more with us, or of course you could even consider the online course. It's a great opportunity for you to really learn how to develop your essays, and it will absolutely help you get to the score you need. So that's one thing I would definitely recommend you look into. Or, like I said, you could also do some more essay corrections with us. That's also an option. Whatever you choose, I really do hope that we get to see more work from you, because I think together we can get you where you need to be. So that's the end of this correction, and I want to wish you lots and lots of luck with your writing and your IELTS.